Sad situation, but it is what it is. Got a question, fellas. Moving right along, we got the serious stuff out the way. Now let's have a little bit of fun. Fellas, do men have periods?
Yes.
Reuben?
No.
That's why? Do men have
They
periods?
got something.
Do men have periods? Reason why I bring this up, I'm getting this from healthyblackwoman.com, one of my favorite websites. And there's a woman, she writes on here a lot, a woman called Crystal Crossman. She writes a lot of blogs. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the gist of it is, and I'll just read part of it. How sometimes you find your man exhibits characteristics of moodiness, crankiness, and all-around bad mood once every month. Some people in jest say that they're menstruating or they're just having their man period. How true is this? Do men really go through hormonal cycles every month like a woman? And she continues to suggest that obviously it's not the way a woman would go through it, but it's very possible that there are factors that contribute to drops in his testosterone level. It may not be on a cycle like a woman's would be, but it is something that is possible. So I'll come back to you fellas on this one. Steven, you first. You said yes pretty quickly. Do you think that this is legitimate or you think it's crap?
Very legitimate. That's why men go through so much low T essentials, because the estrogen in comparison for women doesn't drop as fast, but men it does just due to our makeup. So yes, we do and does with those type of changes. Men are not necessarily overall able to equip with that and understand how to deal with it, as you would see women who deal with it on a general basis. But yes. Big
Rube, you disagree with them. What's your thoughts?
Completely. Men go through low T the older they get. Not really necessarily once a month or anything like that. How about, hey, I don't feel like dealing with you today. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's like, I mean,
what's the difference?
I mean, yeah, it's just like, you say we have a period. Well, we physically don't have the symptoms of a female period.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have cramps, and you're not, losing. I don't want to be crass here.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So you're not going through it in that kind of way, but you don't think that it's legitimate to suggest that you have some sort of hormonal imbalance that may be prevalent from time to time. You may not have it, as a cycle, and a woman's cycle is called a cycle because it comes at the same time. So it's a cycle. And yours or ours as men may potentially be less predictable. And so that may give you pause in giving it a definition. But you don't think that it's possible that you may suffer, even as a young male, from, lower levels of testosterone and higher levels of estrogen from time to time that may cause you to be a little bit off?
I mean,
that might answer your behavior tonight.
Nah, my behavior is on point. I don't know about the rest of y'all chumps.
That's why. What's your thoughts on this story?
I think there's something that has to happen. I think there's some body change that happens.
But everybody goes through body changes. I mean, just because.
Okay, so we're just labeling it, like your period. I mean,
yeah, why are we? Why?
So we'll find a name for it. Why don't we do that?
I mean, what's the label for?
So
how about I don't feel like talking to you today?
Okay,
so I got an issue now.
How about it be like I don't feel like talking to you today when I'm on my cycle? But see, no, you label it as it's my cycle that's making me act that way.
Because something physically happens to you on a certain day.
So something may be physically happening to you. Just
it ain't nothing physically happening to me.
It is. The change may not be like ours.
I think it's a gender issue emotionally, because it's this. And let me explain to you why. It's the same thing. So now, just like she may not feel like talking to you because it's her cycle, whatever, you going through the same thing. So now you don't understand. So now you say you don't understand it because you don't mentally or even emotionally, you can't understand it because you don't see the physical characteristics that she goes through.
But everybody has bouts of moodiness or whatever. Why has it got to be tied to my low T count
or my high
T?
Because it's proven.
What? That's a bunch of crap.
I think you're proving it right now. I ain't know how to step.
I mean, what? See, no, but I'm saying,
make your point.
What I'm saying is, now men must have something because we have something. I mean, I don't understand that, because last time. So basically, if the women didn't have the physical to go with their period, then everybody would just be whatever.
No, not necessarily, because that time frame has a name too. It's called PMS. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, but my thing is something physical happens.
Not during PMS, is not.
No, during the
menstruation.
Exactly.
Yes. Right. And so
God, I feel violated.
Well, I mean, we're all adults.
but my thing is, if that did not happen for women, then it'd just be, hey, I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Here's the thing, though. If we can define PMS, and we can define PMS by identifying the situation that's going on within her, right? Prior to the actual physical menstruation. If we can identify PMS, then why would it be so far-fetched to identify a similar phenomenon within a man?
I'm trying to figure out why there would be such.
Because we always learning. Medical society is constantly changing. We learning more and more.
I'm just saying that maybe one day I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't feel like talking to you.
And maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed because your chemicals were off balance.
Once every 60 days, 90 days?
But it's undefinable, and that's the whole point of the article. We're not saying the article is not saying that this is happening. That there's this new medical breakthrough that say that men are having this situation. It's not what it's saying. It's suggesting by a woman who's writing the article that sometimes we act a damn fool. Sometimes we get on their nerves, and sometimes we tripping, and there might be some sort of reason for it. And I think she might be onto something, because I can't always attach me being a regular asshole and a pain in the ass to Mrs. J sometimes just because I'm a Gemini. Because there are about 11 other signs out there that have similar characteristics of men who ain't got split personalities in their horoscope.
But there are also so many other reasons why you could wake up one day and act the ass. My thing is, this woman is saying, hey, maybe it's some chemical imbalance that you may have, just like we do. Or maybe one day you woke up and your breath smelled bad and I didn't feel like dealing with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Why is always got to be...
The whole point of the article is not saying this is it. You have a period. You're a man and you now have the male equivalent of PMS. That is not what the article is saying. The article is suggesting, is this possible? And the fact that you're taking such a defensive stand on it, coupled with the fact that you kind of been bouncing off the tables today.
This is your time of the month.
This might be, first of all. This just might be.
This is
first of all.
This time of the month.
Especially when the mic went on, he came down. And told us that he was going to be the energy. I'm picking on you.
Write today's date down. We're going to
follow this. Hold on.
Right first now, this is pick on Big Luke moment.
Yes. First of all, here's the thing. Tissue's my ass. It's right here. First of all, I don't ever come in here and act any different every week than I normally do.
That is a load of crap.
Hold on. I walk up in here. Hold on. Every show, I'm live, and I do what I got to do. I walk in here today. Everybody look like somebody shot their cat or kicked the cat out the house and whatever like that. Just because a brother walks in here happy, I get excuse the language. Hold on, I'm talking.
Write down the 7th, y'all.
Hold on. I'm just saying.
He just slammed his hand on the
I walk in here, everybody looking like somebody shot their cat or kicked the cat out of the house or whatever, and I get, shitted on because of it. Because I walk in here with a jovial attitude like I had every week, every day of my life. And I'm not going to sit here and allow myself to be abused by people who are unhappy for whatever reason or not as happy as they should be because I am the happy person in the room today. I refuse to allow that. And you know what? You can sit here and say, well, I'm the boss. I do what I want to do. I don't give a damn. I'm just putting it out there, and you can sit here and say, well, Ruben, this sounds like you have a period. No, how about I'm pissed off because y'all looking like somebody shot y'all cat today.
Oh, I can tell you for a fact, the last time I saw you, I was sitting where you were. You were sitting where SY is.
Exactly, because she was in my damn chair. That's completely different.
Oh, no, and then when I said, hey, Ruben, how you doing? Oh, I'm looking through my phone.
Because she was sitting in my damn chair, and she knows I'm sitting in my chair.
Let's stop. I don't like the turn that we're taking. Let's move on.
Now I'm getting mad.
Be mad. I don't care that you're mad.
We
gonna move on. But the reality is, you had three people when you walked in that were all engaged in different levels of the work that they were doing, and because they weren't on the hyperactive level that you were on, you got annoyed.
This is a normal level.
That's what it was.
This is a normal level.
But we're gonna move on. Ain't no how Steppin Marcus Jay. We getting a hit from Michelle. She's saying that men get a serious attitude or mood when they go through their time of the month.
Maybe you did something stupid.
You're so right.
She didn't allude to anybody in particular. That could very well be the man in her life or the men she may know or it could be Steven. It could be Marcus J, or it could be Big Rube. Who knows? Ain't no how step on Marcus J. I got another fun one. This one is fun. This one is a different kind of fun. I'll read the byline. I can get this from the USA Today. Guy crushed to death by his own marijuana. Yeah. It's a very important message to all the drug traffickers. Do not store your half-ton of weed in the backseat of your car. Don't do it. Brazilian drug smuggler did just that, and he was killed when he crashed into a tree while being chased by police because the 1,100 pound of weed came barreling forward and crushed him against the steering wheel. That's why the look on your face tells me that I gotta get you in on this one first. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yes. What the hell? We moved on from what's happening to what the hell now. What the hell? What's your thoughts?
How much weed was it?
It was 1,100 pounds of weed, man. Hey, look,
right
man.
in the chest. You can't move. That's an unforgettable high.
Yes, it is. Steven, what's your thoughts, man?
That's just crazy.
You driving along and the police, you attract the police, so you gotta go drive fast because you got weed. And we're not talking about personal stash. You talking about 1,100 pounds. Okay, you talk about 1,100 pounds of weed.
First of all, you should have put that mess in the trunk in the bag and sold it like.
But you know what's crazy about 1,100 pounds? I mean, that's like the equivalent of like 7 or 8 people.
First of all, I wonder how much gas he done spent, but that's pretty heavy.
It didn't say what kind of car he had.
It didn't say what kind of car he had.
How did he get that in the car?
What's your thoughts, Ruben? The dude crashes with 1,100 pounds of weed.
How much money in weed is that?
Who knows? Crushes him to death.
Ruben, how much money in that is in weed?
Hell if I know. Just because I'm black, that don't mean I smoke weed. I know what's going on with it.
Yeah, he's on it.
That's some old ignorant shit right there.
I thought you would be happy.
Now, hell no. I don't know nothing about it. Drug free, son.
Can you ask one of your friends?
What? Man, my friends don't do that.
What do you think, man?
I think it's called karma.
Think so?
Oh, straight up. You shouldn't have been doing it. Oh, you get to die with the stupidity that you were doing. Peace out.
Man, that is crazy. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Two real quick Good Samaritan style or happy time type stories. The first one is I'm getting from Huffington Post. Black Voices. Homeless man returned $40,000 and finds out that karma isn't always a bad thing. Discovered a bag. This is Glenn James. He gave back the money. $2,400 in cash and about $40,000 in traveler's checks up in Boston. Then it was a fella by the name of Ethan Whittingham, which is a complete stranger right here in the Richmond, Virginia area, here in Midlothian, was so moved by the story he decided to set up an online fundraising campaign that has now raised well over $150,000. That's why you're on
Get
first.
down. Very good.
What you think?
Very good.
You like that?
I like that.
Steven?
Very good.
I love it. Thank you, man.
Big
Thank you,
rope.
guy.
Big rope.
Hey, there's something good. I appreciate that.
What about the Chester man? I'm getting this one from WTVR, which is the local CBS affiliate here. A Chester man, which is also here in the Richmond area. He has won the lottery twice, 2 times. He claimed $2 million 2 months after he claimed $1 million. Steven, you in first.
Hey, bless him. I'm happy for him. I hope he does the right thing with the money.
Think so?
I hope he does.
That's why?
Yeah, very good for him.
Think so?
Yep.
Big rope?
Don't care. He didn't give it to me.
Oh, my.
All righty then.
I don't. I mean, really, he won the lottery. Great day. Woohoo. Keep moving.
Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. Last thing I want to get in on this one is going back to a little bit of a serious turn. Affirmative action bake sale. Affirmative action bake sale. I saw this story, Steven. I think you led me to this story where you've got a conservative group of college students, and if you guys would excuse me, I'm looking for the article now, but a conservative group of college students, they put out a bake sale, and based in the bake sale, what they did was they priced out the cookies and the bake stuff by the race. For white folk, it was $2. For Asian folk, it was $1.50. Latinos, $1. Black people, 75 cents. Native Americans, 25 cents. And 25 cents off for all women. This is the bake stuff that they were selling. This is the UT chapter of Young Conservatives. And I got some opinions about this one, but I want to take the last word. SY, what's your thoughts on it?
I don't like it. Why are our prices different?
It's a good question. Steven, I'm gonna get you on this one last since you're the origin. Big Rude, what you think?
Sound like, I don't know how I feel about this. I did read part of it. I mean, it sounded like they were basically saying, hey, each race got screwed and whatever, so we decided to, give you a break, and as you know, as the white man paid more. I mean, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I really have an opinion on it, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure that I don't. I don't know how I feel. Like you, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I feel like I should be pissed.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that I'm pissed.
It's like, why are you pissed?
And I don't know why I would be mad. Like, I can't.
It's like you're almost pissed because you can't afford to pay $2.
Yeah. I mean, Steven, help me out here, Steven.
Okay, the reasoning they're doing it is basically they feel like with the way things are, we don't need affirmative action for anything anymore. They say it's giving African Americans and other minority groups a handout, and you don't deserve. Now, to an extent, if you want to go to school, we may not get to the major schools, but there's plenty of other minor technical schools. So one aspect, yes. But I truly believe that if you did not have affirmative action, we will be sending us back 30, 40 years, because many people who are deserving of getting the education would not be able to get that education or get to certain opportunities. And that's where we're at now. And they feel the same thing with jobs as well.
And you know how Steppin with Marcus J. Thank you so much, everybody, for staying with us. We got through our what's happening, and we got through our what the hell. We appreciate it. We get ready to move on. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got a missing child. We got a word from our sponsor. And SY is going to take us through the Healthy Woman segment. Marcus J. with SY, Steven Sykes, and Big Rude, and you. Stay with us. Be back in a minute.